my upbringing is come from mixed background. My mom is Lebanese, Armenian, and my dad is Japanese, mixed European, and my grandparents were immigrants. And in both of those cultures, one is Western Asian, one is classic Asian Japanese,
Yeah.
what you think of when you think of Asia. And both of them are very I always am like, I'm kind of like Mulan. It's like, bring honor to your family or don't come home. Like, that's kind of how it is. And they were so loving and empathetic, but there's a difference when the immigrant mentality that you might have heard about, where like our parents and our parents' parents came here, they sacrificed so much and they didn't do that so you could be a shithead or embarrass them. They did it so that you bring honor to your family. And so, and so there's a lot of good in that. A lot of we were forced to be empathetic, or not forced, but taught to be empathetic and loving and care about being good people. But on the flip side of that is a deep, don't wear your emotion on your sleeves. Don't embarrass us. Like, embarrassing the family is the worst thing that you can do. So I didn't realize how much that trained me to be small, in addition to being, I think, a girl and a woman in society. Those two pairings, you don't want to cause a scene. You want to be liked by everyone, and you want to do good in everything. But that it limits you to just, you're good.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I mean, good little girls, like, good girl, right? Like that. I've also gone through the similar kind of, I call it like just like pulling at the pieces of us, right? And you know me, I mean, I am a perfectionist. Even to this day, I still have to work on it every single day. And I know, and like my mom and I have had discussions about this now, there's definitely, aspects of her and her perfectionism that fall through me. And even looking at my grandma and how we have just been taught that we are not the ones speaking up a lot. We are the ones that are in our pink dresses. We are not saying anything too provocative. And when we do, it's like, oh my gosh.
Like shame.
Shame.
What is shame?
No.
There's two things that, fuck shame, fuck fear. Those are like liabilities we don't deserve in this life.
Yeah, no. And I think now, like, I really hope as we go through your story, and even as you move through your high school and college days, like, it's still persisted. And I think younger generations are learning how to knock at the door more. And I think that the more we talk about it and the more we're like, hey, we can do something different. We don't have to be how we always were in the past. But, we had to learn how to get there. And so in college for you, it was the same thing with both. That's how we met, was in sports, both from a sports perspective as well as with an academics perspective. You really wanted everyone to perceive that you didn't care, right? Because you were fearful of what people would think, that living in fear of perception, right?
Yeah, definitely. It was, if I didn't want to play small and be weird growing up, even though I was a weird kid. Aren't we all weird? The best ones are. But I liked having friends, and like that came with the stupid wanting to be cool, and just learning that being cool isn't that. But with that, it was like I didn't want to try too hard. And every sport, it's funny because I did well, and I think that's what we misconceive about people. Just because they look like they're doing well and doing okay doesn't mean that they're not limiting themselves in one way or the other. And that's what I did. I like never wanted to run faster than everyone in the group. I didn't want to fall on the way to get a ball just because I was running so hard. I didn't want to do exceptionally in school because it just felt like if I failed, then I would have been like, you're a doofus for failing because you tried.